Welcome back to another exciting episode of the Forever Game Podcast. Today we are talking about our favorite topic, and that is something that we are currently obsessed with. And I feel like, that's a very millennial statement, I feel like I'm thinking we should pick a personal and professional version of this.
Okay.
But keep it up like above board, James, please.
Whatever I pick personally is going to be boring?
No, above board means like class it up a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
So who knows what you look at on your computer over there. So anyway, we're gonna keep it positive, but we'll start with you. So professionally, what do you feel like you're currently obsessed with?
Great question, Tyler.
Oh, you're welcome.
Well, right now, one of a project I'm working on, which I'm super excited about, is shocker related to the brewery. Mm-hmm. And it is kind of like a strategy for the coming year that we're trying to roll out in an effort to build our brand.
This is the big meeting you're talking about?
Not quite the meeting, but a little small chunk of what would be talked about in the meeting. But essentially it's building an ambassador program, a brand ambassador program.
Yep.
For the brewery, that's all about people that are like outdoors, experiencing all of the things that they love to do outside, whether it's like hiking, skiing, wakeboarding, whatever the kids like these days. Maybe it's farming, based on where we are.
Sure.
In western Minnesota. But finding a way to basically expand our team a little bit as far as content creators go and tapping into them to share what they do and
to grow the brand.
To drink our beer.
Yeah.
So it's a big project in the sense that we have to have a process in place.
Yeah.
So I'm building out all of like what would
the rewards programs.
Yeah, the logistics. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The logistics of how it would work, and then like how people are gonna apply to be, an ambassador.
Yeah.
So
I would say make it as easy as possible for people to get in the door.
Yeah,
and then incentivize them to do more.
Yeah. Yeah. I've got some incentivization. Is that a word? Incentives plugged in or thoughts in as far as that goes. But yeah, it's an idea. Obviously it's a well-known thing that all brands are doing. But for us, for a small business, like we want to experiment with it and start small, but find the right people, of course, too.
And the hard part for that sort of thing is it's just the wild west. You just like make it up however you want.
Yeah. The wild west. I wanted to name a beer that.
Oh, really? And you didn't?
It'd be fun. Oh, we still might.
Did you know that when Will Smith
song I listened to, by the way.
But when he did that movie, it was one of the most expensive movies that he's ever been involved in.
Oh, really?
And he turned down being Neo in The Matrix to be in Wild Wild West. And the Wild Wild West was like flopped horrible. And The Matrix, of course, is like iconic of all time.
Oh, cool.
Keanu Reeves was the second choice. Good call, Will.
Wow. How did you have such weird knowledge when it comes to that stuff?
I feel like that's common knowledge. I'm going to put up a poll. Did you know Will Smith turned down being Neo in The Matrix? I feel like most people know that.
Okay. Got it. I did not.
But you were 3 at the time when The Matrix came out. So
Fair.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I'm excited and obsessed with this idea for like just being able to get a little bit more creative with what the content we're putting out on our social channels and tapping into other people's skill sets and doing that whole thing. So, and I of course want to roll it out like in January. So it has to all get done this month.
Yes. And the other thing you could do is you start with 1 or 2.
Yeah, we're starting with 5. So I feel like that's super doable.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. That is true though, that when you're planning, sometimes people tend to be more ambitious with their planning. That's me. If I ever plan, it's like I plan super ambitious, and then there's some people that they plan super conservative, and I get both.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one thing that I have to do usually is like, okay, I don't have to change the world all at once. We'll just do small little things until we get there.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that's cool.
So if anybody listening really likes craft beer.
Do they have to have a minimum follower count?
Well,
That's a yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they should have a good following. Like, ideally, I would love for them to have over 1,000, which is not that much these days.
No, but around here, I would say only maybe 1 in 30 people have over 1,000 Instagram followers.
It totally depends on their age.
Yes.
Gosh, I was talking with Lindsay's daughter, who's 12.
Yeah.
She created a backup Instagram account that she will use once she gets hacked. Once her personal one gets hacked.
Got it.
And she's like, I don't really post anything, but I'm ready in case. And then she literally got hacked last week.
Oh, really?
Start over. But anyways, her backup account had already had like 250 followers, and she hadn't posted a single thing. I'm like, I don't get this.
No.
So anyways, that's a generational thing too.
It is. But of people that are 21 and
yeah,
older.
of people that, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah, it might be. It's definitely higher than 1 in 30 for that age. Maybe not. Anyway.
I don't know for sure. But yeah, there are definitely some standards.
Got it.
If you like beer, if you like being outdoors, doing cool shit, just be on the lookout for
sorry,
this.
Mr. Shablewski.
Well, Dad, that's a simple one. He said no F-bombs.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Sign of weakness, though, anytime somebody swears. That's what he told me.
Sure.
It's a sign of weakness.
Well, he's trying to teach you still.
I know.
Lead you down the straight and narrow.
At least he's listening.
Yeah.
He figured out finally how to listen to the podcast. Dad, if you're listening, thank you.
Hashtag #1 fan. 1 of 1.
All right. So that's my professional obsession right now. So I am curious to hear yours, Tyler.
My professional obsession right now is really about, I've been on this about 2-week kick of not consuming anything.
Okay.
Not having, like, I don't listen to a podcast daily and like on my commute. Every single waking second that I'm somehow idle mentally, needing some stimulus.
You used to be like way overboard with that, didn't you?
Yeah, and I think it was because I was mentally changing course, so I wanted to like take in as much information as possible as I was in the process of changing course, and so it was a source of a source of inspiration, a source of education, and
a little bit of motivation.
Yeah, it was.
Too.
And so once I got past that phase where now I'm executing on stuff, the only reason I found that I remember getting in my truck and being annoyed that my phone was not connecting to my car, so I couldn't listen to like a podcast immediately when I got in the car.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait a second. One of my strengths in this company is just being able to come up with random ideas, 90% of which will never work.
But you're good at it.
But I need to do that. And I enjoy it.
Yeah.
But when I'm constantly filling my idle time with other stimulus coming in, I remember texting you and I was telling my wife about it. I'm no longer consuming anything. I'm driving in silence or with music on. That's it. And when I'm working or not working out, I have to have something going for that.
Yes.
Because I hate working out. So I have to distract my mind from what's happening with my body.
You can't physically listen to music while you're playing your floor hockey with your boyfriends.
No, but because we're in the game, I'm in it. And today I blew a tire. I blew out one of my shoes. And I was
I was picturing that.
I was just flopping around ridiculously. They were like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Look at my shoe, man."
You're probably proud of it.
I should have taken. I'm gonna take a picture and send it to you. I'm gonna post that next when I get home. I tried to tape it up, and I blew out the tape as well. So it got a little ridiculous. But I did order new shoes. I had ordered them before I blew the tire last week, but they weren't coming until today at 9 p.m.
This is perfect timing.
So anyway, I will.
Off track. I need to reel it back in.
So the other thing that I'm professionally obsessed with. So
wait. I'm not done with this though.
Oh.
You feel like since you've kind of cut out that kind of stuff, you have come up with more ideas.
More ideas. Not necessarily executing on more, but maybe.
Maybe it's allowed you that time for reflection too.
It has, where I'm like, and it helps me with, oh yeah, there was that thing I was going to do.
Yeah.
And I just kind of like close more circles that way. Mm-hmm. But it has allowed me some time to just sit and let my brain organically work on stuff instead of just filling it.
Yeah.
Just like filling it to distract me.
Because there is a point where you just like, the things that you need to know right now. Like, how much can you possibly learn of course there's like, we all can learn all kinds of things and forever. Right. There's no really end. But when it comes to like some of that marketing stuff, we just hear it 500 different ways. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They regurgitate it in different ways.
And it's also general that now for our clients, doing is my best way of learning. Mm-hmm. Like doing, that didn't work. Doing, that did work. And so instead thinking about that and coming up with new ideas for them and for us.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I move on now?
I'm allowing it.
Okay.
What's the next thing? What are you?
The other thing I'm professionally obsessed with is the whole idea of the micro content for this thing that we're doing.
Oh, yeah.
And so many people, not so many people, a few people around here like have a podcast or have a YouTube show, and which is fun. And I really do enjoy this a lot. The hard part is afterwards producing that micro content that really allows the community to grow and more people to hear about what you're doing.
Yeah.
And it's always tough because it takes so much time to come up with a little snippet we're going to pull out of this on video so that we can share it, and logistically getting it to you so that you can share it or something like that. And but now pulling in a team member that we've used before for different projects and giving her exactly what we want, and her being she can execute.
We've done it a couple times where we know what, as far as like template, what looks good, what we want, so that helps be able to communicate with her.
So I'm really, really excited about being able to execute on that part of it.
Yeah, that'll be fun. And hopefully drive more people so we can have a few more listeners of our podcast.
Yeah, so we can have listeners. Yeah.
Well, we have one. We definitely have two, my parents. Are your parents not listening to your podcast?
I don't think my parents know what a podcast is. Jeez. Most people around.
They are at the gym constantly, too, so they should get something.
If it takes that much.
Sun in the ear.
That much work to look that good? No, thank you.
Your mom looks really good.
Thanks. Thank you. So
micro content.
Yeah, that's the other thing I'm thinking a lot about over the last couple of weeks, and finally building a system that I feel like will work for that. So I'm excited about that because it's also something that we could use for our clients.
Yeah.
And it's another service once we feel comfortable with it and how it flows. It's a service we could offer our clients as well.
For sure.
All right, personally. What are you personally obsessed with? Do you need me to go first?
Do you want me to switch it from what I said before?
I don't care what you do.
Because right now, I'm personally obsessed with French press coffee.
That's right. We were at Dunn Brothers 2 weeks ago, and so I, get my classic, which is a now sugar-free and skim milk vanilla latte with an extra shot.
You could just say non-fat, and then you want to say all the things. But
makes me feel better when I say them all, especially when people are around. Like there's someone behind you, and I'm like, "Hey, I'll get a vanilla latte, a sugar-free." Yes, look, I'm sugar-free and skim milk. Wink at them again, right?
It's like when the ginormous guy in the movie orders and I'll take a Diet Coke.
Yeah. Better make that a diet. Better make that a diet.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, get a large fry, but Diet Coke. Yep.
Yes. Okay.
So, anywho,
you ordered your extra shot latte,
classic, and then I go and sit down, and over comes Jamie with this like clanking sound. I hear her coming like a suit of armor. She's got this apparatus that looks
like you call it an apparatus.
Like it's just archaic torture sort of chamber or something.
It does kind of look strange.
Yeah, and then I see you working this thing,
Whatever.
And
I had to explain to you what it was.
Yeah, I mean, now mechanically it makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm. It's French press.
What makes it French?
Yeah, don't ask me these questions.
Oh, it just originated there?
Just the style, I think, that they serve their coffee in France.
Which
is why I need to go to France.
I will say in Spain, when I was in Spain, the coffee is like you
on
get
steroids.
This, you get this little cup thing. And when Lyle gets like freaking triple XL, Starbucks things. And we get these tiny little things. And I'm like, what's this going to do? And I drink it. And I'm like, oh my Lord. Like it was
the
thick.
Strongest shot of espresso.
And drank it all. And that really kickstarted the digestive system. Let me tell you, the first time. Because I drank that and then we went on like a walk to see some churches. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, I did the sign of the cross, and I was like, where is the chamber pot? Where is that? And yeah, we got everything was fine. Didn't desecrate any holy places. So we were fine. I survived. But it is. I can understand where that European style is.
But seriously, next time we go, I'm not. As far as I know, Dunn Brothers is the only place in Willmar so far that serves an actual French press coffee. But next time we go, you have to get one so that we can compare and you can experience what changes. I know you don't really drink black coffee, do you?
Yeah, I fear change when it comes to things I eat.
But honestly, if you even compare drip coffee to French press.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. It's so much smoother and just like.
The Spaniards called our coffee, like our traditional coffee, they call it dishwater coffee.
Basically. That's how I feel now as a peasant going back to my drip. And the best part is that Micah loves making it, so I just literally get served it.
Oh, he loves making the French press thing?
Yeah. Well, he was on a kick, but now he's like, I think you need to learn. But anyways, to bring my obsession full circle, it's the French press by the Christmas tree right now.
Oh, yeah.
It's the best. I will wake up earlier just to sit in the dark next to the tree.
So 8:15?
No.
I know. I'm just kidding.
You love that joke.
I do. I just keep using it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's so peaceful.
You're usually up by 6:15 or so.
Yeah, for sure. So if I go to the gym, I'm up at 5 a.m. Thank you, Tyler.
Yep.
If I work out in the afternoon, then I'm up at usually 6.
Yep. Yeah. Well, since you're interested in my personal obsession,
I don't care.
well,
No, I'm just kidding. Okay, here we go. Personal for Tyler.
I am so obsessed right now with having the many flossing things in my vehicle. I got them out of a need. I had recently had wings, which is a pretty common occurrence for me.
Wings?
Wings, like eating wings.
Oh, I thought this was like a dental something that I didn't know you had that they prescribed more flossing for.
No, I needed it. I was like, oh my gosh, I need to floss.
For how many wings you consume,
yep.
Definitely need the flossers in the car.
Yeah, I was at the Gopher Wisconsin game. I don't want to talk about the game, but I did consume 16 wings by 8:30 a.m. because we were at B-Dubs.
It was at B-Dubs.
Very early.
I didn't even know. They opened early just for that, correct?
Yes, yep. And so we were in the hotel afterwards when we got changed and everything, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to floss my teeth. And I saw they had these like packs of travel flossing things, so I bought one. And then it just ended up in my vehicle because I drove home that day. Mm-hmm. And now it's in my center console. And I'm flossing everywhere I go. Not the dance.
Not like the dance. Just going to steal that.
But I do really, really enjoy that part of it. Is flossing while I'm driving, not consuming, flossing and thinking.
What a thing.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Actually, though, it is kind of nice to do something with your hands. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Yes. Smoking. That would not be something that we should list on this podcast. But anything else that you're obsessed with?
Yeah, all kinds of stuff. My new shoes. My new coat.
I noticed your coat right when you walked in today. My wife just got a new coat as well that she really, really likes. And then she walked up to me yesterday. She's like, I love this coat. I'm like, that's great. She's like, do I look frumpy in it?
How do I answer that?
I don't know what frumpy means.
Does it kind of look like not nice and like stiff? Does it make her look big?
I said no, of course. I'm like, no, honey, no.
No frumpy.
I don't use honey. That's not something we do. Do you guys say the babe thing? Do you say babe to each other?
I hate all of the pet names.
Yeah, I hate all
of them.
I was like, no, I don't think you look frumpy. Like, does that stand for lumpy?
Yes.
Does it really?
I don't know.
Or like front bumpy.
Basically, like saggy is how I take frumpy. Like that's how I think of that.
Got to categorize that.
But seriously though, when you live in Minnesota like we do and have winter for 7 months of the year, you have to feel good in your freaking coat.
Yeah, you do.
It's a thing. Okay. Let's digress.
Okay. Let's just get this over with. It's starting to crash and burn.
Too many obsessions.